All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us this morning on Atlanta News First Plus for a check of your weather forecast. It is going to be a hot one today, so get prepared for it. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Courteney Jacobazzi. We'll talk about the heat, but first I want to do a little bit of housekeeping. We do have to talk about the lack of rainfall that we've had so far this month. We have not picked up a single drop, not even a trace of rain so far in the month of October, and that stretch has even continued from the last day of September. So September 30th didn't pick up rain. That kicked off our dry stretch, so we officially have had rather 26 days without rain. Now, that within itself is not a record, and it looks like we will get rain before we hit the 43-day mark, which is the record dry stretch we've had in Atlanta. That was back in 2016, started in mid-October, went through the month of November. But if we don't pick up any rain in the month of October, that would be the first month on record without rain in a month for the city of Atlanta. So something that we'll be watching very carefully for you. When it comes to our rain outlook, though, some good news on the horizon. It does look like we will have some higher rain chances on the way. So ending October, heading into the first week of November, maybe setting up into a slightly wetter pattern. It does look like we'll start to get a few cold fronts to come through, which will, of course, bring us rain and also finally start to cool us down out of this record heat territory that we've been in the last couple of days. Let's get into that. Yesterday, we hit a record, 83 degrees, and the record was 82. Today, a high of 85 in the city of Atlanta. We'll warm very quickly through the afternoon. By 3 o'clock in the low 80s. We'll stay in the 80s through about 7 o'clock tonight. By 9, dropping into the 70s, and then we'll gradually cool through midnight. So if you have any evening plans tonight, you really won't need a jacket unless you plan on staying out into the wee hours of the morning tomorrow morning. Your girl doesn't know what that's like, but if that is your jam, then maybe keep a light jacket handy. But for the most part, I think you should be good to go. Here's a look at high temperatures area-wide today. So mid-80s, 85 in the city of Atlanta. You'll notice the record on the top of your screen there. The record high is 85. So we are on track to tie that today. A lot of our suburbs topping out in the low 80s, even some upper 80s in places like Eatonton later today. Not feeling very fall-like. It is feeling more like early or late August, I should say, or mid-September rather than October. Rain-wise today, we are staying dry for most of North Georgia. We do have a small rain chance for the Northeast Georgia mountains. That's all ahead of a cold front. Well, it looks like we'll have a little piece of energy essentially jolt out ahead of that front, and that could offer us a few showers mainly for the mountains, but most of the area stays dry today. When the cold front comes through tomorrow, that will do a couple of things for us. It'll leave us mostly cloudy. It'll pick up the wind and offer us a few showers. Put all those things together, that's going to leave us cooler. We'll be a little more seasonable temperature-wise tomorrow. So we'll finally get to say goodbye to record heat, or near record heat at least, starting tomorrow and for the next several days. Let's talk about that front. So it will move. Oops, I just realized that super was wrong, isn't it? Let's talk about record heat possible today, shall we? There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Perfect. All right, so we have a cold front that's going to be moving in as we head into tomorrow morning, and that will offer us a few showers, first starting in far north Georgia. Otherwise, we'll wake up to mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. And then as that front sinks south, just very spotty showers possible. So if you have any plans tomorrow, don't go canceling them. It does look like the better chance for rain will be north of the city. So if you were planning on maybe going up to the mountains, going apple picking tomorrow, keep in mind you might get wet at time to time as that front moves in, but don't go canceling your plans Sunday. The rain chance is spotty at best, 20% coverage. A lot of us will mainly notice the mostly cloudy skies and the breeze, and definitely the cooler temperatures. Look at the high temperatures tomorrow, topping out in the 60s north of the city, where that cool air will start to spill in. Essentially behind this front, we'll have a wedge build in. So high pressure will go to our northeast, bring our wind out of the north. That'll pull in cooler air, and it'll push off the Appalachian Mountains, spill into North Georgia. So north of the city, 60s. Otherwise, Atlanta at 74. But look where that cool air just doesn't quite reach yet. South of the city, we will have temperatures in the upper 70s to near 80. So a nice little shift in our pattern, going from really hot yesterday and today, again, record heat possible today with a high of 85 to 70s tomorrow. Beyond that, high pressure does build. So we'll have a couple days more seasonable in the low 70s, and then we'll continue to warm up as we head into the middle part of the week. Look out west, though. Huge cool down. They're expecting snow in places like Montana, Colorado, Wyoming. Idaho for Halloween. That is not in the cards for us. In fact, this high is so strong that we are going to keep that cool air to our north, and we'll just continue to stay warm. So looking ahead to Halloween, as of right now, looks dry, upper 70s for the afternoon. Trick-or-treating hour, low to mid-70s. No need for that jacket for your Halloween costumes for the kids. So that's really nice because we know good and well, sometimes jackets just ruin the Halloween costume, right? You won't need them this year. Here's a look at that first Alert 7-day forecast. Mid-80s today, maybe a few showers in the mountains later this afternoon into the early evening. Small rain chance tomorrow as a cold front moves through. You'll notice mostly cloudy skies. It'll be breezy, low 70s. And then we'll stay in the 70s Monday and Tuesday, low to mid-70s. Mornings stay comfortable in the upper 50s to low 60s. And then it looks like we warm up closer to 80 degrees mid to late week. So a nice and warm Halloween with very minimal rain in sight. But I will tell you, it does look like that could start to change heading into the first full week of November. So we'll be keeping an eye on that for you. Thanks so much for spending some time with us today on Atlanta News First Plus. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful warm day we have in store. And we'll catch you here next time.